Hi everyone. In this video I'm going to discuss the new events and banners that we've gotten in the recent update, which was a couple of days ago now. But first let's start with Xiao Yin, who's the new unit, and I believe she's a new unit across all servers. And she's a heavy type, so she does suffer from having to charge up, right? But she does get some benefits, so she'll have a shield on the turn that she's charging up, and then once she is charged up, she'll gain attack instead of the shield. Right, so that's how this one works. And she has a pretty good attack range. This is quite a big AoE, so she does do potentially a lot of damage and hits quite a lot of units. And she also has a little bit of protection here, so she gains a damage absorption shield, and then when it's damaged, the effect I think it basically lasts like for the rest of the turn. I think I haven't seen it in action, so I'm not sure, but there is a bit of protection here, which is nice. And then the EX is if the target is lower than 50%, she does like additional fixed damage. I'm not sure whether this will work on her charging up turn. It might, like for example, if a unit that she's targeting got cleaved by another unit, but it didn't die and it's below 50%. I'm not sure if this will trigger, but yeah, that will be something to figure out later when I see her in action. I'm not sure if I'm going to level her yet, so yeah, we'll see. For her skill ups, they seem to be quite important here. Like she gains a ton of damage, and she also has a ignore taunt, which I don't know how relevant it is, but that's something that is at skill rank 5, so that's one of the important breakpoints. Like her like normal abilities get stronger, like she has more shield and more attack on charge turns. And her other big one is at skill 9, where her attack range gets even bigger, so it's more like a cone now, and there's a lot of targets that she can hit. Plus it gets more, does more damage as well. So yeah, that's Xiao Yin. Now I've pulled her on my main account, and I'm only gonna have one copy because we don't really have a use for heavies at the moment, but we do. I do expect the heavies to become a meta eventually when we get more and better heavies. So this is more like a long-term investment, but I don't think it's worth pulling for dupes, because I think that's just a bit of a waste of resources at the moment. So I'm just going to leave it at rank 0 for the time being, and then if I do end up using her and she's like a staple, then that's probably when I'll use the universal glittering reverbs to skill her up. But my free-to-play account is gonna skip this unit. I think it's not worth using the resources on her, so I'll wait for a different unit. Alright, so that's the latest unit that came out, and then there was another unit that came on banner, which was Ilya, who's a unit that was already existing, and she's not recommended to pull for anyway, so definitely don't pull for her. If you are going to pull for someone, it should be Xiao Yin instead, but I'd say at least wait until the next week's banner announcement, which should happen on it'll be like either Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on your time zone. So wait for that before you pull for that. And then we also have a couple of events. The most anticipated event was the double resources event, which has finally come. Hopefully it comes a bit more often. Like it's taken like 2 or 3 months before it actually came to global server. So pretty much in the resources section, I'm actually not sure if the armor one was affected. I don't think it is, because I'm pretty sure we still get 7. So this one probably doesn't get affected, but these 3 all get affected. and you get double resource. Although I think the shield one you don't exactly get double. I think they explain the reason in the event if you want to like read it, but you get, I mean, it's pretty close to double. I'm pretty sure. But everything else seemed like it was like double exactly, so so that's fine. And pretty much you just pick the resource that you need to develop your units, and then farm that. Now, if you're in doubt, then the cores are always going to be good, attack and health primarily. If you have like a niche case of like a certain unit needs a specific core from the other ones, then that's when you would farm it. But in generally speaking, health and attack are the most universal, so you should farm these primarily. And then in the Purge of Sins, the shields are always useful. So if in doubt, you can always just like dump a whole bunch of stamina into this, and like you always find a use for shields. Like everything costs so much shields that yeah, you can't have enough of them at the moment. Then if you want to level your units, obviously farm the experience. It's a good opportunity to like burst through some units and burn through your stamina pots on that. And then star shards, you just farm it as you need it, right? I wouldn't over farm this because if you're not going to get an immediate use, it's like a slight waste of the stamina in the short term. So you're better off like farming something else and then just do this when you need to like promote a unit, right? So that is the double resource, and then we have another new event which is a PvP event, actually, surprisingly. So with this one, you should definitely be doing this already. But yeah, basically, there's no downside to doing it, right? Even if you hate PvP, like you should just throw in like a random team and then like do your attacks. And then basically, because you get freebie rewards for doing your daily attacks, just do all 5, and then you'll complete this. And then there's like a task for like for the whole duration of the event, right? So this doesn't like reset or anything, and you get a whole bunch of like experience, shields, some tickets. Like it's worth doing. And if you've been doing it, your 5 attacks every day, you'll finish this no problem. And you don't have to win, right? The win streak is only for the ranking, and for the rankings, like top 100 will be tough for most people because there's quite a few people playing. But on my alts, I have one cumulative like win, is it my win streak is only 1, right? I've gotten like a bunch of wins. I don't know how it's exactly calculated, but I'm like still ranked 900 and something. So if my ult can be like top 1000, like most people will be like able to get top 1000. Worst case, you're probably going to fall into like this top 3000. I don't think there's enough people to have top 5000, but I could be wrong. But even so, like these are all freebie rewards, and they're very good rewards. Like even at top 5000, you're getting a perfect core, right? A perfect 6-star core, plus like a bit of crystals and 3 tickets. Like it's pretty good, and it just goes up from there. So definitely do it. Now the way it works is when you edit your team, you select an offense and a defense team, right? And you cannot use duplicate units in the two teams, right? So so you see I have one tank team here, and I have like a attack based team here. So then when you pair up, right, or when you find a match, it'll pair you up. I'm not sure how random it is. I'm not sure there's like maybe like a MMR like system or not. But basically your offense will attack your opponent's defense, and then their offense attacks your defense, right? And then the way it works is, maybe we'll just do one battle here, and I can show an example. So match. Okay, so we're attacking here. This is my offense team. So you have to wait it out. You have to wait down the skip, but that's fine. Just let it play out a little bit, and then I'll skip it. Okay, and then they'll attack my defense, right? Yep. Then you can leave it autoing in the background if you want, or wait the 15 seconds to skip it. Okay, now we'll go through the point calculation, right? Basically, actually, did I lose a battle? I'm not sure. I thought I won, but anyway, so you get a score based on the first and second battle, and like I believe the end result, like how much like score you get, is based off your HP remaining, something like that. And then yeah, whoever has the most points will win. You win the fight. And the idea is that you want to win streak. But I mean, that's gonna be pretty tough for most people. But basically, the rankings are based off how many cumulative wins you have. So you have a look at the top here. Some people have attacked a bit more, and like basically, I've done all my attacks like every day. So I'll be at 20 once I do mine. The people who have done more attacks, they would have spent crystals, I believe, to buy an extra attack. But I wouldn't recommend that for most people. It's not much point, I feel, unless you really want like to try for rank 1. But even then, you have to get more consecutive wins than them. So that's pretty tough. So I imagine only the top few players will really bother to go for that. Now, I think a lot of people will struggle having enough units because this does require quite a lot of units to build 2 teams. But if you're in that position, what I've done personally with my ult is I put all of my built units in one team. So I put them all in my offense team, and then my defense team I just put in one random unit, because I assume it's gonna lose anyway. But if you have enough units, feel free to put them in. But I wouldn't worry too much about it. I would rather focus on one team and just make that good, right? Because as long as you can win out with that first team, and then the second team, worst case, like you might draw. Let's say like you get maximum points on your offense, then at worst you might draw, right? Which is not bad, because if you draw, it doesn't ruin your win streak, which is nice. So that's what I would recommend if you don't have enough units to make 2 teams. Because keep in mind, they have to be unique units, right? So making 2 cohesive teams is quite difficult for most people. I mean, even as like a pay-to-play player, I've struggled a bit to make 2 teams. Although like the double resource has helped me fix that up. But initially it was I had to use some like ungeared units and stuff like that. So that pretty much covers the current events and banners. So I hope that's helpful. I do have some plans to make some other videos soon. I've just been a bit busy recently, so that's why it's been a bit slow lately. But I'm back to my usual routine now, so hopefully I'll get some more stuff out, some more guides and stuff like that in the next few days. So thanks for watching, good luck with your events, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.